Hello everybody, and welcome to another fun-filled nonsense retrospective. I'm your host as always, Rick, and joining me equally as always is Devon.
Hello. We're trying to keep the intro as normal as normal. I was meant to use a different word there, I didn't, but that's okay. Rick, we haven't done one of these for a while.
I know, I mean, the last thing you watched would probably have been something along these lines, and it'd be like a top 5 or a list or something, but yeah, we've not recorded in like 3 weeks.
This is very true. We made it abundantly clear in our last, 4 episodes. Rick is going away somewhere, which makes it sound super ominous, but it wasn't.
I wasn't going to prison, don't worry about
exactly, it sounds like you're getting locked up.
I heard that as knocked up, and no, we're not doing MPreg on this show.
Oh god, what the amount of times we've mentioned unsavoury topics, the amount of times Vor has been a video title is unreasonable. But yeah, we made it abundantly clear that Rick was taking a little break, so we've taken a little break, and now we're back. If you watched the last retrospective, it would have been top 5 medieval melee weapons.
Yes, that was the. I thought that was the last thing we recorded, wasn't it?
It might have been. I think technically speaking, Donald Duck the Fuhrer was the last thing we recorded.
Sure, but yeah, I got back in time to start recording again, rather than have a big old content gap, which Devon does very well of finding things that we say that are hopefully funny and making them into smaller shorts.
Yeah, not quite short length though, because man, we could probably not dominate that market, but get more eyes on us if we bothered to do that. But I can't be bothered to do that. I think shorts are evil.
Yes, and when the shorts are not shorts and they're now lengths, it becomes a bit of an issue.
I do try and make it a point to make all of our podcast clips at least a minute long.
Yeah, totally.
But it's not difficult. We waffle.
We do.
But yes, today we're doing a bit more of a fun top 5 and less of a serious. I say serious historical. Half of Rick's weapons were bullshit and used in dances.
Yes, but I liked them, and that's why they got onto my list. Yeah, we're doing a shipping retrospective today. We're looking at relationships, canon relationships in media in general, putting them into a top 5, and usually when we do these, we have an honourable mention that may or not have made the top 5 for whatever reason. So today, do you have one of those?
I do, but before we get into the brass tacks of our actual lists, for the benefit of people who don't know what the fuck shipping is and why we're using the term ship in the first place, Rick, do you want to give a brief explanation as to what the fuck we're actually talking about?
It is short for relationships. Typically, people will use shipping as a fan term to decide that these two characters that don't have a relationship in the actual canon material have more chemistry than the actual canon relationships that get shown, and that's where the shipping wars come in.
And the most famous shipping war, or infamous shall we say, has been going on for, 30 goddamn years, and I believe it's from Evangelion, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. Does
Rey and the other woman?
Yeah, 3 actually. Does he love Rey, the emotionless girl who's apparently a clone of his mother? Does he love Asuka, who is the 14-year-old half-German girl who is very fiery? Or does he love Kaworu, the angel boy who shows up for 1 episode and leaves?
That's not part of it, but it doesn't he fucking okay, I've not watched Evangelion. I'm not going to at this point in my life. I don't care. I do remember there was a very funny 4chan thread not too long ago of just man, Rey superiority. Nah, Asuka is better, and the third comment is just you motherfuckers have been arguing about this for 20 goddamn years.
Yeah.
But yeah, isn't Asuka... First of all, she's a redhead, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and second of all, doesn't Shinji fucking wank over her while she's asleep?
Coma.
That's worse. Wow. I thought what I said was already bad.
Yes. He even says, "I'm so fucked up," once he realizes that he's finished, in his post-nut clarity. This is also the scene where the curtain was fucking blue originated from.
Again, I'm not familiar at all. I don't know any of the memes or nothing.
So, a lot of times people, when analysing media, will be very pretentious about things, and even, literature professors will pose questions along these lines of what is the color theory behind blah 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 in this scene, and people are going, oh, it's blue because it's melancholy and it's meant to be a clinical thing, but also not quite so barren as a white curtain in the hospital. And then they ask the creator what he meant by making it blue, and he just says the curtain's fucking blue.
Here's the thing, it's annoying because media literacy is dying. Like, that's a fact. There's a lot of people who don't really... granted, you and I take the piss with it a little bit. Because you have to not go insane. But you do need to... When you're watching something, chances are things aren't just randomly chosen. Chances are they're meant to mean something. If you're reading a book, the author usually made the room a certain colour and a certain layout to try and demonstrate further meanings. However, sometimes the curtains are just fucking blue, as you say.
Yeah. It's like the opposite thing of... it's a lot more nuanced in visual media because they have to ascribe something to it. But in text, conservation of detail is usually in full play. Mm-hmm. Like, if something is not described, it's because it doesn't matter.
Yes, and it's kind of a trap that some rookie authors fall into, in that they describe everything meticulously because they want that fucking word count, which then means things that don't fucking matter are over-analyzed to fuck.
Yeah. They read Tolkien and decided to replicate the worst part of Tolkien, which is 9 pages of nothing happening because the tree over there looked like that.
Tolkien is so boring to read, and it hurts my fucking heart to say that, but I've never made it to fucking Rivendell because there's so many descriptions of trees that I don't care, and it's really annoying because I think Tom Bombadil is one of the most fun parts of that story, and then as soon as it's over, it's more trees. And it's like, fuck, man. I really do need to just buckle down and read them because I know they're good stories, I really do, and the films did an okay job of translating them, but I don't know that for a fact because I've not read the books. But yeah,
perhaps the happy medium is an audiobook.
No, because the audiobook is read by Tolkien and he sucks. Okay, and I know that sounds fucking ridiculous, but he is such a dry motherfucker. He reads it like he's reading a fucking scientific paper rather than a book. And I don't know, I think they might have done a new one after the success of the films where Andy Serkis read it, because I know he does audiobooks, but I could also be making that shit up. I don't know. Like, you want to talk about authors who do a really good job of reading their books. Harlan Ellison does the best narration of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. And also, because that's such a short story, it's over in half an hour.
Sweet.
But he fucking puts his... I wouldn't say he puts his all into it, but like, you could clearly tell that he's passionate about that story because he tells it the way it needs to be told, as opposed to the tree was green and the leaves were just about turning to orange because blah, 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 blah. Get on with it! I want to meet Aragorn!
Yeah, Gimli is in this scene. Why don't you talk about him? Talk about Star Wars.
But yeah, sorry, my apologies. So, in case you were wondering, guys, for an example of what waffling sounds like, we just had about a 5-minute long clip of us waffling about media literacy.
Yep. So yes, do you have any honourable mentions for your Canon ships?
Yes, my honourable mention is only an honourable mention because technically they're not in a relationship yet. However, if they don't end up in a relationship, it will be a travesty. I'm, of course, talking about Husk and Angel Dust.
Oh, yeah. They're very cute.
They are very cute. They are adorable every time that like, Season 1 and Season 2, they both had the exact same fucking plot, but roles reversed.
Yeah, and they're basically just rolling their eyes at each other for falling into what they both see as each other's weakest moments. But by the same token, in Season 1, it felt really weird for Husk to be so antagonistic towards Angel Dust at the beginning of that episode, and then they had the song, and everything was all right with the world.
It's one of those weird ones where Husk is still very much getting into the groove of the hotel at that point. Like, Season 2, he's almost all in without Alistair having to pester him, but in Season 1, he's still very much like, I'm only here because Alistair has my leach.
Yeah.
And
totally.
Therefore he is purposefully being grumpy because he's not allowed to have fun. And then we get one of the best scenes one of my favourite little interactions in Season 2 is when Angel Dust is like showing him the picture of the blobfish, and it's just Husk going, why are you like this? But yes, it will be absolutely criminal if they don't end up together, or at least have some semblance of a real relationship, because there's a lot of, I wouldn't say overt flirting, but it's meant to be flirting, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, the reason why it's in my honorable mention is, technically speaking, is it's not a confirmed ship just yet, but there's got to be something there, right? Absolutely.
And it's one of the few positive male-on-male relationships in the Vivziverse, because we've got Fizzaroli and Ozzy, sorry.
Yeah.
And Blitz is doing his best, but it's been a long time, and his best isn't getting good quickly enough. So,
Yeah, I will absolutely give Blitz all the shit in the world because he is terrible at relationships. But like, you gotta give Stolas some of that shit as well because he was very. I love Stolas. He is a beautiful baby bird boy, but he is
he's also
incredibly ignorant as to how Blitz sees their relationship. Granted, we're kind of over that hump now, sort of. We're getting there, but it's
both of their like reactions to other things are very much a product of their upbringing or lack thereof. And it's only now that they're able to start like climbing over that hump as I say as human beings, but they're not. But you know what I mean, like getting over that hump as actual characters and actual people in the world.
Absolutely. But yes, how about you? Do you have an honorable mention today?
My honorable mention is because I think one of these characters is not a trash character in the story, based on what they actually do, and the fact that they make a compelling main character, but also because he is cringe, and it is Natsuki Subaru and Emilia.
Oh, this is fucking ReZero?
ReZero. Yeah, ReZero. She's an angel, he's cringe.
I didn't know she was an angel. I didn't get that far.
She's not. She's a half elf.
Oh, okay. I thought you were being literal and not just being like, no, she's an angel, as in like she's a darling.
No. He gives her the title of Maji Tenchi, which is like absolute angel. And she gets embarrassed because she doesn't see herself as that special. And yeah, like even in the story early on, people were like, "Oh man, he chose the wrong one." And then now that Rem's been out of the picture for 2 seasons, people are starting to actually appreciate Amelia more.
The only reason why it's just because I felt so bad for Rem.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like, because she's perfect in her own right, apart from the weird fucking Oni freak out berserker mode that they kind of gloss over.
And that's less of a downside and more of an even better.
Not really, because she kills you.
Only if he's doing something wrong.
But he wasn't!
Okay, but she didn't know that.
Okay, but you see my point. Again, it's one of those really annoying things where here's the main threat that he needs to get over before his reset can stop resetting and he can reset at a different spot, and then they never really explain what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, his first main threat is waifu number 2.
Listen, man, we still haven't done that fucking isekai dissection, have we? And I'm saying dissection, it's going to be me bitching about it for an hour and you trying to defend it.
Yeah, me being the isekai apologist because I am a slop eater.
Listen. No, I can't. I can't go on a fucking 10-minute tirade about why isekais suck. Let's move on with our lives.
So who's going to be a real number 5?
My real number 5 is going to be... let's just rip the Band-Aid off. It's going to be Jon Snow and Ygritte.
Yeah. Apparently, Ygritte's actor is a bit less of a nice person in real life.
I mean, fucking shock horror. Like, they're actors. Like, what do you want, people? I think they ended up getting married, actually, her and Kit Harington.
Cool.
Or they had a relationship. It's very weird, isn't it? It's almost as if, like, sometimes you can't act some things. Like, hey, these actors have great chemistry on the set. I wonder why that is. Oh, they're fucking.
Yeah. I do love the paraphrased version of her discovering cunnilingus for the first time, and when he's going down and she goes, "That's not your Willy," and then she shuts up.
One of my favourites is there's a reaction image of Ygritte just looking absolutely horrified, and it's like that face you pull when the one man who knows what cunnilingus is runs away. But yeah, I'm talking more about their book relationship because I feel like it's not as... I don't know. Here's the thing, man. In the show, it was fine, but it felt more combative in the show, whereas in the book, it felt... First of all, it felt a bit more natural, and second of all, the way it ended hit me a bit harder, because Ygritte does this thing with her arrows, which I don't think they go into in the show, but it's been a fucking hot minute since I've watched it, so fucking don't crucify me on this one. But sure. Ygritte makes a point of having the arrows, the feathers on her arrows be a very striking colour, very distinct, so she knows who she shot after a battle. When she's fetching her arrow, she knows who she's responsible for killing.
Yeah, sweet.
And this is a habit that Jon Snow then picks up, because he's like, that's a good idea. And after Jon Snow leaves Ygritte and rejoins the Night's Watch proper, they are attacking the Night's Watch, the wildlings, which Ygritte is a part of. And in the show, they really fucking butcher this. I'm not going to go into it, but those who know. In the book, at the aftermath of the battle, Jon Snow examines the aftermath and finds Ygritte, and she's got got an arrow in her, and it's not one of the arrows he fired, and he's like, oh, thank fuck Christ. Oh, but it's a really chilling passage where he's like, where you've like, oh shit, did he actually fucking kill her? And it's like, no, he didn't. Thank fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Because she just dies as well, doesn't she? There's like no fanfare to it. There's no build-up. She just gets shot, right?
Well, pretty much, because again, we're in the book. We're limited to the perspective of whatever character we're following. In that chapter, it's Jon Snow. If Jon Snow isn't the one responsible for killing Ygritte, or doesn't see her get killed, we don't know how that happened. Whereas in the fucking show, it's like, here's this little fucking shit kid who shoots Ygritte in front of Jon Snow, and you're like, okay, cool. That's weird, but alright, whatever. The show did a lot of things wrong. Hey guys, why don't you do a podcast about why Game of Thrones, the show, sucked? Because Rick's never seen it, and now he never will.
Yeah, I've seen one episode of Game of Thrones. It was the last one. It wasn't even that bad.
Why'd you watch the last one?
to see what all the fuss about it being shit was.
But you would not have the context.
I know.
Oh, anyway.
Half the characters that I knew about were already dead by that point, so oh well.
Well then. But yeah, Jon Snow and Ygritte gets it from me because it's one of the few actual canon relationships. And much like a lot of canon relationships in that book series, it fucking ends poorly.
Yeah.
What's your number 5, Rick?
My number 5, it's going to be one that you've not heard of, most likely. It is Brittany Diggers and Stripe Gia from Gold Digger. Brittany Diggers being the weird cheetah, and Stripe being a considerably shorter, yet otherwise average height Tiger Man from space.
What the fuck is this then? An anime or just a cartoon or what?
It's a comic written by a massive weeb who made extra money during his deployment by drawing cheesecake drawings for the other people who were also deployed at the same time.
Listen. All that this is conjuring is that legendary quote from Juniper, and that is, hey, if you want to make a living as an artist, you're going to have to get used to drawing horsecock.
Yep. Yeah, this dude basically, whenever he sees something he likes, he'll just like adapt something into his kitchen sink universe, and it's such a joy. But Britt goes from being the girl that can get any guy she wants to being insanely loyal to Stripe as soon as she meets him. They get married, have a kid. Later, towards the end of what I was able to get as comics, they've been separated for quite some time. A godlike being gifts her a perfect guardian for escaping the shadow realm, essentially, which is just a phantom version of her husband in a very creepy exoskeleton. She doesn't want to get near it because the creepy exoskeleton really creeps her out. But when it breaks, it shows his face, and she starts crying and starts trying to protect it, which is really, really sweet.
I will say you're going to have to find a fucking image for this couple, because I don't think I'm going to be able to.
Yeah, I can probably even find the image of their wedding day, but yeah. And knowing Fred Perry, there's probably multiple images of
Fred Perry
being conceived. Okay, so different Fred Perry.
So this isn't the guy that drew fucking RC getting railed.
Oh, maybe then.
Because that's the name I'm thinking of. Like, Fred Perry is the guy who, at least I think I'm getting this correct, who drew a rather infamous porn comic of RC, the Transformer, getting dicked down.
I had to remember that RC was also a Transformer and not just the car from Toy Story.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, no. I mean, I'm sure you could find that if you wanted to, but...
That's what I thought when you first said it.
It's rather telling that either prospect is just like, yeah, that sounds like it could be him, though.
Yeah, he does love his mecha girls, and his mecha boys, and his mechas in general. He even created Voltron, but with an A, like an AU, because it's the mechs that the leprechauns use.
I don't know anything about Voltron. I'll assume that makes sense.
Well, Voltron's just a Megazord, right? So when you make a leprechaun version of Voltron that's spelled Volt as in what you put gold in, yeah, they use that to guard the gold, the leprechaun gold, because otherwise people just find it because it's at the end of Rainbows.
We should watch the Leprechaun quadrilogy. We shouldn't do that. Yeah. It's an awful series of films. Although Warwick Davis looks like he's having an insane amount of fun in that costume.
But yeah, they're my number 5. Who's going to be your number 4?
My number 4. Okay, it made it to my list because I didn't want to have my list dominated by lesbian couples.
Sure.
So instead of going for the obvious pairing, I went for the slightly less obvious pairing, but one that's still near and dear to my heart because they're adorable together. I am, of course, talking about Ida Clawthorne and Rain Rispers.
Yeah! Rain being very, very clearly and very overtly non-binary.
Correct. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm just a sucker for a love story that's lasted all the way from high school to when you're quite clearly pushing 60.
Yeah, it's very cute, because the other part of it is, you get this a lot in fiction, but there's also like a lick of truth to it in real life, that unrequited love lasts forever, and now that they're finally back together, they're, it's just like they were when they were teens, and it's very cute.
Well, the funny thing is, though, is they make it quite apparent in the show that it's very much requited love. It's just Ida just completely takes a fucking nosedive once she gets hit with that curse because she cannot control it, and she hurts people she cares about, so she doesn't want that to happen with Rain.
Yeah. So the implication is that everyone that she's been with in the meantime, she's not cared two shits about.
It very much strikes me that she doesn't have romantic relationships after Rain, and if she does have relationships, she's probably just hanging and banging, and more fucking power to her.
Yeah. No romance, only utilitarian.
Although there is a fan theory of her getting married during one of her trips to Earth to the Grunkle from Gravity Falls, and then them having a very messy, bitter divorce.
Vegas married to Grunkle Stan, and I can see the worst thing being that like the things that Ida wants to keep in the divorce are all junk.
Yeah, but I've seen enough Gravity Falls to know that if that man is attached to that junk, he will fight tooth and nail for it.
Yeah. Like the $1.8 million, not a problem. This shoe that was found in some kind of swamp somewhere in the multiverse. Ooh, very interesting.
I mean, I gotta tell you, man, it's one of the better, not one of the better, but one of the more fun episodes of Amphibia.
Yeah. She goes from having 2 shoes for the first time in like however many seasons to like all of a sudden it's in the swamp. You have to go back and watch it because you don't notice it because you're so used to seeing her with one shoe. And then she looks down and goes, "Ah!"
Yeah. Man, we got so lucky with the Owl House and Amphibia coming out around the same time.
Yeah.
Those were good shows.
Yeah, they were.
And now Disney sucks. But Disney sucks
it does.
for a long time. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ida and Rain get a big tick from me. I was, as a joke answer, I very nearly put Lilith and her job.
That's honourable mention tier, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Eventually we're going to circle back around and do top 5 fanon ships, and that's probably going to be mine, because that's a morning bar joke. But yes, who's your number 4?
My number 4. This is one you definitely know. The reason you even watch the show, thanks to YouTube Shorts, Catradora.
Oh yes. Let's loop back around to when we did the first episode of She-Ra for our podcast, Rick, where it's the name of the episode, or just like, oh, I thought Catradora was the character's name.
Yeah, no, it's the ship name. That said, it does seem to be the kind of like long name that you would give to something that was meant to be a toy.
Oh, absolutely. Now's probably a good time to actually mention as well, hey, it's now morally ethical to pirate that series.
Oh, is it now gone?
It's gone, you can't watch it anywhere.
Balls.
Yeah, until whoever DreamWorks ends up selling their library to buys it, I guess.
It's going to be Amazon, ain't it?
Or something under the... I think it's more likely to be Paramount at this point, to be honest.
Yeah, but Paramount's kind of under the Amazon umbrella in the UK, so...
Okay, yeah, but anyway. That's not what I mean when I say it. I mean as a whole.
Yeah, totally. But yes, the only reason not rank these girls higher is that... Adora spends a lot of time as a very frustrating female himbo. And Catra is every dare toxic.
Catra is the most toxic Yuri character ever made, and God bless N.D. Stevenson for making her.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I think the other member of the Super Best Friend Squad kind of hit the nail on the head of, so because you're in love, we're supposed to accept this now. And it's not the love they're accepting, it's the person who's done, like, actual murders.
War crimes.
Yeah. Like, she wanted to end the universe.
She wanted to end the universe. There's a scene where she realised that she could make Adora all drugged up and drunk by doing a weird thing to her sword, and she would have taken advantage.
Yeah. And the only reason that the universe doesn't end is because Glimmer's mom sacrifices her entire freaking life. And, Glimmer gets a real short end of the stick on this one.
And one of the reasons why... one of the only reasons Adora got that far is because despite the world being ending, but the world also being perfect, even in that universe, Scorpia can't like Adora for her.
Yeah.
It's such a funny detail, but oh god, it tickles me pink.
Yeah. But yeah, they're my number 4. Who's your number 3?
My number 3 is a classic couple from my favourite video game of all time.
Oh ho.
It's Beatrix and Steiner.
Yeah. I love their combined theme tune. It's a much more upbeat version of The Roses of May.
And let's make something very clear. The Roses of May is already a banger song.
Oh, it is. It's very melancholic, and it just it encapsulates scenes where Beatrix is just like internally conflicted so well, and then you get Protecting My Devotion.
Yeah, I love these two fucking idiots. It's so weird because Steiner, I wouldn't say he hates Beatrix at the beginning, but there's a professional dislike.
He's really got a chip on his shoulder that she is the general and he's just a captain of 9 knights.
Yeah, and it really sucks as well because to him, the Pluto Knights are the elite of the elite. And we do see them do some baller stuff during the defense of Alexandria. Let's not mince words there. But they are just 9 dudes, and they are kind of just 9 dudes, and they're all kind of shit.
Yeah. They're all basically on the tier of like Marcus and Blank in that they're reasonably okay at what they do, but like when you compare it to an actual main character, no.
Oh, they're really good at what they do. When they're assigned to their proper tasks, they get shit done. But at the same time, at least 2 of them get knocked out by Blank and Zidane when they're level 1.
Yeah.
Now, I know you can't take game mechanics as a 1-for-1, but come on. But the scene where they actually find out that they have feelings for each other, because it must be like repressed or some shit. Because it's all because Aiko is trying to give a love note to Zidane. And there's this whole fucking fuckery. Marcus and Blank get it. Baku gets it. Steiner and Beatrix get it. They're about to confess, and then Baku sneezes, and it all gets ruined. Aiko does a fucking bitch fit and walks off. And then that's it until we get to the defense of Alexandria, like a disc later. And they're just so fucking good. Yeah, they're just fucking kicking ass together. They're fucking destroying these Mr. Dons, which at that point in the game are like they go down in 1 or 2 swings, but when you first fought them, it took forever.
Yeah, and the cool thing about that is like Beatrix is still stronger than Steiner at that point, but at that point Steiner is more varied, so he will have more to his kit than Beatrix does, and it's not that much foreshadowing of what Steiner can grow into.
It's one of my favourite things because in that fight you actually realise how different they're built, because Beatrix is very much a paladin. Like, she's got white magic and she's got her bullshit sword arts that will destroy everything, but Steiner is just a fucking fighter. We're doing D&D stuff. During that scene we get Steiner actually more or less confessing to Beatrix, saying like, you are the most important thing to me besides Alexandria, and I want to protect you. And Beatrix is like, I'm Beatrix, I don't need protecting, but that's really sweet. And then we go to the next fight scene and Steiner just triggers trance because that's how much he wants to fucking I need to show Beatrix that I give a fuck. So yeah, he goes into trance. And for those of you who don't know the trance mechanic, everyone gets something a bit unique except for Steiner. Steiner doesn't get anything unique. It just makes his
his helmet.
Closes his helmet, and it makes his attack score 99999.
Yeah.
You don't need to do anything except for attack with Steiner while he's in trance, and he will kill everything. And he does. And Beatrix, like, if only they had the balls to like do the fucking bucket of water fucking sound.
Splish.
But it's later on in disc 4 when Beatrix joins Beatrix and Alexandria as a whole really joins the cavalcade of airships. She makes it very clear she's there to protect the princess, but also for fuck's sake, Steiner, you better come back.
Yeah.
It's very much a background relationship in that game, but I sure as shit wasn't going to pick fucking Freya and Fratley. That story sucks.
No, it's a very tragic story, and like the best thing for Freya to do is move on, but you know that you can't when you've got someone who is, even if you know that it's just the shell of someone you once loved, you can't move on from that.
Yeah, but it's so fucking horrible for her. Also, narratively speaking, after disc 2, she stops. She might as well not be in any cutscene.
No.
Which
she's
sucks as well.
She's a Yuffie. It's awful.
At least they've got the excuse of Yuffie and Vincent as well. Have the excuse of being like, well, you might not recruit them, so it kind of makes sense they've got minimal time in cutscenes. Freya is mandatory.
Yeah, Freya. Like everyone in 9 is mandatory.
Yeah, granted, you can get Queen early.
Yeah,
and you should.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's mandatory, and the only time that half of them matter is during the Four Beasts. Like, Queen of Quen basically only matters during the Four Beasts.
Oh, no, he's pretty clutch early on, because he's a really good healer.
Sure, yeah, you got
in that section
Blue Magic, White Mage.
In that section of the game, you don't have a White Mage.
Yeah, so you need Queen for White Wind.
White Wind, or just using potions, because he has access, I'll say he. In the game, they go he/she, so this is before they was a commonly accepted pronoun. They have access to chemist really early on, which is a skill that just makes potions better.
Yeah, is that the one that makes them just better, or the one that makes them AoE?
Better. There is no AoE except for Megas in 9.
Sure. Yeah, I think Split Potion was a 10 thing, wasn't it?
Maybe. I don't remember that being a thing in 10.
Sure. But yeah, Split Potions is a thing that sometimes happens in some Final Fantasies.
In fact, I'm almost certain it's not a thing in 10, because in 10, Riku has access to use, and that lets her use an Albed potion, which is an AoE.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I've only played the Final Fantasies 14 and below, pretty much.
Cool, and 10 is under 14.
Yeah, but it's also been, what? When was 10 new? Yeah.
2003.
There are adults. There are adults who have been born since Final Fantasy X.
I talk to a kid at work fairly frequently, because I work with him, and he's never seen Lord of the Rings, and when we discovered that realization, I was like, oh, fuck, you were born after that film came out.
Yeah.
That stings. No one prepares you for that mentally.
Yeah. Well, it works both ways with Star Wars as well, because like we came out after the originals were released. There are now adults that came out after the prequels were released.
I was gonna say, not quite the sequels.
No, not quite the sequels.
The one that really hurt me was I was talking about Grand Theft Auto 4 when it first came out and the abysmal state that it was in, and because we were talking about Grand Theft Auto, not Grand Theft Auto, I was talking about Grand Theft Auto 5 and the abysmal state it was in when it came out, and that was like 10 years ago. And
yeah, on the PS3.
Exactly, and because, again, tangent from talking about Grand Theft Auto 6, and the guy said, oh, I couldn't play it when it came out because I was 8, and I was like, oh, no!
Yeah, but like GTA is like the quintessential game that everyone ignores the age rating on. Like my cousins were, well, still are younger than me. That's how age works. But yeah, they were playing GTA when I was still like very definitely still in school and not even doing A levels. So yeah, this would have been like 12, 13, 14 kind of age.
I mean, yeah, but I remember when I was 12, I played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which I definitely shouldn't have. But at the same time, 12 is a bit different to 8.
Yeah, like if it weren't for the fact that it was taking place in a regular town, like if they basically made GTA in space where you're on a space station doing that exact same shit, it probably wouldn't have been age rated as high as it is.
There's a lot of sex, drugs, and swearing in those games.
Yeah, but you have to earn the swearing.
Okay, doesn't matter. It's in the game, therefore it gets the rating.
Whereas at home, all you have to do is drop a can of beans and you get swearing just for bonus.
Okay. Rick, who's your number 3?
My number 3. This is a pairing that only happens if you don't romance either of them yourself. From Dragon Age Inquisition, it is Dorian Pavis and the Iron Bull.
This is tricky as far as canon is concerned. I guess it is a potential real relationship in game, so I will allow it. Because you said a potential if you didn't romance them yourself, I thought you were going to be like Tali and Garrus. Oh,
yeah, but like that's impossible. When I'm playing a shepherd, they are romancing whichever one is possible out of Tali or Garrus. So I've only seen that scene on YouTube.
Hands up now for me, because it's like, honest to God, I play as a male shep anyway. I know you tend to play as fem shep, don't you?
Yeah, for Mass Effect, I very definitely have both save files. My fem shep is my main, mostly Paragon one, and my male is my alt file where I do mostly Renegade stuff, and they kind of meet in the middle when you can get to Mass Effect 3 and you have some kind of golden endings to certain quest lines, because I like when things go well, but M-Shep was very definitely built on a full Renegade Mass Effect 1 save file apart from saving Rex.
Well, yeah, because, like, why would you not?
Yeah. Plus, Rex is pretty renegade in the grand scheme of things, so he probably respects all the shit that you do.
But yeah, the point I was going to go to, like, hands up, is like, I don't actually care for the Tally romance.
Yeah. What I like about it is that reading into it in retrospect is very likely that she had a massive crush on you when you were in Mass Effect 1 before the voice actress started doing the accent, and the really cute thing about that is that it implies that she learned English, and the reason she speaks English with an accent is because she's like speaking it like actually without using the translator.
Okay, that's a fun take, I suppose.
Yeah, but yeah, Bull and Dorian are just so cute together, and woe betide anybody who sides with the Kunari.
Here's the thing, I don't know who would. No matter what perspective you tackle it from, the Kunari seems like a bad side to choose in that split-second decision.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I took them at their word because of the new Arishok not being the old Arishok.
You're a fool.
And then, yeah, I had to go back and undo that decision.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know...
Playing through a third of the game again.
Yeah, before the DLC came out, we didn't exactly know how bad it would get, and it was just flavour stuff. But when the DLC came out, it's like, by the way, if you took that option, you will break Dorian's heart.
Oh, yeah. Well, you break the heart of whoever is romancing the Iron Bull, including yourself if it's you. But we're talking about the one between Dorian and Bull themselves. Yeah, they go really nicely together in like the post-epilogue of that last DLC as well, because Kunari are not well received in Minrathous, and I think the idea it being that because Dorian was able to bring Bull to Minrathous as a paramour and as an actual partner, that's why they're a lot more well received when you bring your own to Docktown.
I think that's just because Veilguard sucks, though.
Yeah.
I don't think Veilguard really thought about it. I don't want to disparage the people who worked on that game too hard, because the technical side of things on that game, it was a very fun game. I just wish it wasn't fucking related to Dragon Age at all.
Yeah, I get it. I absolutely get it. But yeah, these two are incredibly cute together. And I just like how they snipe at other people who are making fun of them as well.
I love them. I love they both have their own brand of sarcasm.
Yeah.
Like, they're both sarcastic as fuck, but Dorian is way more catty about it.
And I also love when they're not sarcastic, because they know the person they're talking to is a person that doesn't respond super well to sarcasm, but does respond to other forms of humour. Sarah, for instance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you say something sarcastic to Sarah, she'll just take what you said at face value and just go, well, that's fucking stupid.
And listen, it's why I actually kind of adore Varric in Inquisition, because he has back and forths with Sarah, and Sarah's always taking the piss out of dwarfs, and Varric disarms her every single time by going like, yeah, that's dumb, because you got to remember, Varric is the least dwarfiest dwarf.
Yeah, not only is he a surface dwarf, which is in dwarf culture not a dwarf, but he's part of the Merchants Guild who doesn't really care about money.
Which is weird.
Yeah. But that's the thing, like, you only get to deal with Taig dwarves as a surface dwarf if you are part of a guild like that. Mm-hmm. But yes, that's my number 3. Who's going to be your number 2?
My number 2 was, it was really tough. I didn't know whether to put these guys at number 2 or number 1. I settled on number 2. I am talking about Ruby and Sapphire.
Yeah. I love how people said at the end of season 1, turns out my favourite relationship in Steven Universe is also my favourite gem.
Yeah, that's fair. I love them. They're adorable. It's weird because I'd only watched bits and pieces of Steven Universe before we did Deep Dive for the podcast. So I was vaguely aware that Garnet was a fusion. I was vaguely aware Ruby and Sapphire existed. I didn't realise how adorable they were together.
Yeah, they're so adorable together, and it's kind of heartbreaking how they are when they're apart, because they just spend every ounce of energy looking for each other.
Yeah, there's 2 episodes in, like, don't get me wrong, the wedding was great, and I'm glad that they managed to get the big old lesbian wedding at the end of a big old Cartoon Network show, as long as you're watching it in English.
Yeah, I love the idea that they made it so that Ruby was a man, so the way that they put the middle finger up at that was by putting Ruby in the dress.
Yeah, in a fair few of the foreign audio dubs for Steven Universe, Ruby is almost always voiced by a man, because a lot of cultures don't like the idea of the big gay. Which,
in the phobic countries, let's put it that way.
But yeah, as you say, they got around it by putting Ruby in the dress, which, yeah, it's a great little fuck you. But the two episodes I'm thinking of in particular are the finale of season 1, of course, where they actually find Ruby after finding Sapphire, and Sapphire's like, "Are you okay?" And Ruby is instantly like, "Who cares?"
Yeah. I mean, that's a double-edged thing, because like I think everyone has like felt that way when they've got like the one, you know. But by the same token, it also really hurts to hear the person that you devoting yourself to say that, because very obviously Sapphire cares.
Oh, everyone cared. It's just, it was a very defining moment of, like, Ruby wasn't even thinking about herself in that moment, and, it was very heartwarming. The other episode I'm thinking of, or rather series of episodes, is, I actually forget the context of the split, but I do remember the fundamental problem being that Sapphire could see the future and knew everything worked out, so she takes everything in stride and just like, it's fine, don't worry about it, while Ruby is breaking apart, being like, I can't do that, I'm mad. I actually think this is the episode that ended up leading to Ruby proposing.
Might have been. It was the one where Ruby was pacing up and down at the bottom of a swimming pool because she'd evaporated it all by being so angry and hot. Yeah,
and again, it was a very nice visualization of... there are real people like that. There are people who do shrug things off because they look at the big picture rather than the moment. And there are people who can't look at the big picture right now because I'm angry because this happened and I need to work through that.
Yeah.
And
the moment is now. The moment is now. The big picture is forever, but now is happening now.
And these people need to talk in order to, get over the argument they're having. But if one side is like, well, we don't need to talk because it's going to be okay, it's a bit difficult. But yeah, it was a very nice moment. A weirdly real relationship moment in a kid's fucking show, which is not something you get too often.
Yeah, and the other cute thing is that, like, Ruby very obviously has heat powers. Sapphire very obviously has ice powers beyond, future sight and all that. But the thing is, when they are Garnet, those bits cancel out. So Garnet has neither of those powers because there's so much imbalance. So she's able to focus more on a refined version of the future vision that takes chaos into consideration, and also brute strength because she's freaking hench.
Well, it's weird, isn't it? Because Garnet seems to actually have worse future sight because she sees possible futures, whereas Sapphire just sees the future.
Yeah. But I think the idea is that because Garnet sees possible futures, she can also have ideas of what you can do to cement something better happening rather than what is set in stone. And even Sapphire's future vision can be defeated.
Yeah, but it seems like she only sees one future as opposed to Garnet's multiple, is what I mean. Which means if you can see multiple futures, that's not seeing the future, that's guessing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I can see possible futures. Guessing. Oh, okay, so you can think.
Has anyone ever encountered these voices in their head? Yes, you have encountered thinking.
Do you know the interesting thing about that is not everyone has a voice in their head for thinking?
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, some people don't have voices. There are people that are completely also aphantasmic, so they can't picture pictures.
Yes, we have a friend who claims to be like that, but he's talking shit. He doesn't know how to read. Do you know what I mean? He says he doesn't know how to read because he can't picture the things being written down. And it's like, no, I just don't think you're doing it properly. And then when you sit him down and tell him how to fucking read something, turns out he can do it, he just never got taught how to.
Yeah. My imagination for that's actually pretty weak. I know people that go all in on being able to fully replace what they're seeing with a Sunshine and Rainbows Magical Christmas Land version of whatever they're thinking about. But yeah, I find sounds a lot more easy to replay in my head.
I get you, man. But yeah, the voice thing in your head for your thoughts. I remember there was a moment on the XFM show, the old Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, and
Carl Pilkington.
I almost called him Carl Merchant, and I knew it was wrong.
Carl Merchant, little monkey fella.
Little monkey fella. Oh, jeez. But Carl was going on about how it's weird how you think in your accent, and he got taken the piss out of by Ricky and Steve because they're like, no, when you think, you just think. And it's like, well, no, not everyone thinks like that though. I know what Carl meant because when I think, it's a voice talking to me. It's not my voice, but it is a voice.
Yeah, when I think, I'm just thinking. It's only when I need to mull things over and actually talk to myself, that's when a voice happens.
When I think, it's always a voice. It's always me talking to this voice.
Sure.
Which sounds really fucking stupid. But then when you read the fucking the science behind it, it's like, no, there are literally these two ways of thinking. You're one or the other.
Yeah.
And there's this mysterious third one that we don't talk about.
They're the ones that don't think at all.
Oh god, yeah, and they're currently in charge of the United States government. Anyway, Rick, who's your number 2?
My number 2, Lumity.
I do not blame you.
Yeah. My note for this is Lumity, mic drop. But yeah, they're such a good interpretation of enemies to lovers, but without skipping friends. When also, because we have seen almost exclusively Luce's perspective, we don't know why Amity is being such a bitch until we really do. And on a rewatch, it's even better because you see the twins being an asshole, and it took me a long time to get over the fact that they were just being assholes because they're kids, as opposed to them actually being bullying siblings. And yeah, it's just so easy for someone in Amity's position to believe that Luce is like actually being an arsehole because that's what she is at her core, and it takes her a long time to get over that as well.
I also just love that like there is not a malicious bone in Luce's body.
No, absolutely not. And it just takes so long for Amity to realize that. And she's been so damaged by Odalia that she can't understand that someone would just want to be a better version of themselves, not just to please someone or to stave off some other form of nebulous wrath.
It's really fortunate for Amity that Luz is such a such one, a nice person, and two, a bit of an idiot.
Yeah. The episode that made me really essentially fall in love with the Amity character was the Otabin episode, where she's reading to kids at the library. How can a bad person be doing that? Yeah,
it's really adorable. I will say though, it does become apparent. It's very early on that Amity has a crush on Luz.
Yeah.
So we don't skip the friendship step, but it's very clear that as soon as Amity's over the "oh, I hate you," it's very clearly a one-sided crush. Like, oh, my heart fucking broke during the the Grom fight, where it's like, wait, what exactly are you scared of, Amity? And it's like, oh, that so and so won't go to Grom with me. And it's like, oh, don't worry, I'll go with you, and we'll show that person that they're an idiot. And it's like, oh, Luz, you fool.
Yeah, so adorable.
And I do like that once they do cement that yes, they're girlfriends, it doesn't magically fix everything. Their relationship doesn't actually change apart from being officially trying to be a couple. Like, I think when they cement it, they even say, then why does it still feel scary? Because when you watch TV shows and stuff, as soon as a romantic relationship begins, it's like, cool, everything is magically fixed, all the issues we had are now gone. It's like, no, it don't work that way, kids.
No, and it's good to show that.
Oh yeah,
it's fantastic to show that. I think my favourite Luce moment from the romance is Amity's not even in the scene. It's where she's talking it out with Ida, and Ida's like, so do you want to date her? And she just kind of like really weakly nods, and I'm like, yeah, that's how it feels when you're not sure, but that's the one thing you are sure of.
The weirdest thing is, like, I'm going to talk about a show that I really did fall off hard. Big Mouth.
Right.
It's one of the few things Big Mouth did really well, because they had I've forgotten his fucking name, the Jewish kid that no one likes.
Oh, Andrew, yeah.
Andrew's dad gives Nick the advice at the end of an episode of just like, because Nick doesn't know how to ask a girl out, and everyone's giving him this terrible advice, and Nick's dad just goes, well, what's the problem? And it's just like, well, I want to ask this girl out, but I don't know how. And it's like, what's there to figure out? Invite her to do things that you enjoy doing. That's it. Yeah. That's all you got to do. It's like, oh, okay, I'm going to invite... And then they lampoon it immediately by being like, okay, I'm going to invite her to go-karts. And Nick's dad just goes, that's a terrible hobby. But, before that, it's genuinely good advice. It's a shame it's in a really fucking cesspit of a show. Which, don't get me wrong, that was during one of the series where I was still relatively enjoying it. But boy, did it take a nosedive real quick.
Yeah, before we did the one review episode where we did the first episode of the new season, it was one of the worst seasons they ever did. And,
I stopped watching it.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because the spin-off wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I prefer the spin-off. I vastly prefer the spin-off. But oh well. Yeah, so Lumity, my number 2. Who's going to be your number one?
Well, funny enough, my number one's already been mentioned.
Oh?
I'm going to give it to Cachadora.
Yeah.
Is it a perfect relationship? No. Did it take 5 seasons of build-up? Yes.
Yes.
Was it worth it? Oh, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Just the simple thing of "I love you, I always have" compared to the season 1 thing of we messing with Adora.
It's a very fun dynamic. I remember Catra when she's got her stupid short hair, the really short hair, because she's literally just been unmind controlled, and where she stops, she takes a deep breath, and it's just like, I realise I've been a jerk. I'm doing my best to get over that.
Yeah. And also, almost in the same breath, she goes back to, "Are we messing with Adora?"
It's also the way Adora goes, "Aw," when Catra says she's trying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a sucker for these stupid lesbians. I don't know how else to put it. Like, I think dumb lesbians is just a trope in animation these days.
Yeah, differently stupid in beautiful ways.
Yeah. I do like the fact that Adora is considered a himbo.
Yeah.
Because a himbo is meant to be a bimbo, but a bloke. So
yeah, but it's evolved on its own to be like a shining Adonis with not a thought in there between those eyes. Definitely not malice. And that is way more Adora than a bimbo is.
Well, I don't like the term bimbo because it's 100% an insult.
Yeah, unless you're adopting it yourself. And in that case, like a...
You can say that about any fucking word, Rick.
Yeah, elective self-bimbofication is a lot more empowering than just being called one.
I don't like the word bimbofication because it's got weird kink tones and I don't like it.
Oh yeah, if you start drooling when you're getting bimboed, then you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, here's the thing: the word bimbo in any context has nothing but negative connotations. Whereas, it's this might be a bit heavy for the topic that we're talking about today, but it's almost as if there's an internalized sexism in the way language works.
Yeah.
Bimbo bad, himbo good. But yeah, I love Adora and Catra. It's rather telling that neither of them really have other relationships in the show.
Yeah, like the only thing that comes close to it is the one-sided relationship that Scorpia has with Catra.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I felt really bad for Scorpia the entire show, because I remember in season 2 when she became a bit more of a big player, where it's just like, she is clearly pining for Catra, and Catra is not reciprocating. If I didn't know Cachadora was the end game, I would have been rooting for Scorpia.
Yeah.
And instead,
which makes it really cute that Scorpia actually gets a good ending as well.
Which means the entire show, every time Scorpia was being obviously like, "I really love you, Catra, please be mine," I was going like, "Oh, you sweet, adorable idiot." Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because we know that it doesn't end well for her, but, in terms of what she thinks she wants.
Right, it's one of those things where it's not canon, but it kind of is, because Stevenson put it on their Twitter, where it's just like, yep, no, this is canon now, Scorpia and Perfuma definitely ended up together, which is great.
Yeah.
Like, if I had to pick a character from She-Ra, I'd pick Perfuma. But yeah, Cachadora's great. I remember I remember reading a comment of like, that the Cachadora kiss scene exists so that we could get full-on finger banging between V and whatever character from Arcane.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cachadora's great. Credit where credit is due. Rick, who's your number one?
My number one, and it currently hasn't ended well.
Oh no.
But it is Aziraphale and Crowley from Good Omens.
Oh, okay. I've not actually watched this show, and it is something that is kind of on my to-watch list, so please try and not spoil it. Is this not more of a Fanon thing? Because I thought that they never actually bridged that gap in the show or the books.
Well, one of the least spoilery things I can say is that they kiss in season 2.
Oh, I was under the impression that it was a doomed relationship, because I've only ever seen clips, and all the clips are just Crowley being a bit of a dick to him.
Oh, yeah, but that's because he's a demon. Like, he's not only Crowley, he is Crawley the Snake, as in the Snake of Eden.
I'm aware of this.
Yeah. And Aziraphale was, on the day that Adam and Eve got banished, he was standing in for St. Michael using his sword and all that. And he felt bad for Adam and Eve being banished and thought they might be cold, so he gave them the sword. And that's the moment that Crowley fell in love.
Huh. That is incredibly I'm not the biggest expert on Bible lore, but that sword's pretty fucking important.
Yep. It also ends up becoming the sword used by Horseman War.
Weird, but okay.
Basically, whenever War gets that sword delivered, War knows that it is time for war.
Man, War must be busy these days.
Yeah, so War doesn't get to keep the sword, but whenever it comes to her, it's wartime.
I guess.
Oh yeah, and her human guise is a war correspondent.
That's so silly. It's almost as if Terry Pratchett has fingerprints in this story.
Yeah. So she's a war correspondent, which explains why she's in all these bubbling war zones before they become actual war zones. Yeah.
That's so silly.
But yeah, the fact that they were a big enough deal in the book, and by extension season 1, that season 2 got made at all, and season 2 is almost exclusively Aziraphale and Crowley, whereas season 1 follows the story of the book, where like everything is pretty much scene for scene something that happens in the book in order, which like jumps between multiple different characters, pairings, and like little storylines.
That's really interesting, because the way YouTube tells it is the show is only about Crowley and Arizona.
They've like season 1 shows it a lot better, because they've you get to know the characters and the storylines. Like Adam the Antichrist just has his own storyline. You've got the Sisters of Silence that are not quite that silent. It's like the extremely chatty order of Antichrist aficionados.
Well then.
And what else have you got? You got loads. You got loads anyway. The Witchfinder. The Witchfinders are also quite kind of an interesting thing, because the witch hunter general really hates witches. The witch hunter apprentice ends up checking up with the other witch in the show, because of course they do.
I mean, as soon as you said witch hunter, I was like, okay, so they like witchboon.
Yeah, witchfinders, yes.
Like, it does help a great deal that the characters in question are played by David Tennant and Michael Sheen, because those two are just fucking hilarious whenever they're in a room, even.
Yeah, they work so well together, and
Have you seen the skit they did with the painting of the pineapple?
No.
Oh, you've got to look it up. Oh, live.
Okay.
Type David Tennant pineapple. It's a minute-long clip. We're gonna get a live fucking Rick reaction. Granted, it's gonna be cut down because of the noise gate, but it's so fucking funny.
David Tennant pineapple. Apparently that was I typed it wrong. Comparing art from Michael Sheen and David Tennant stage. This is 27 seconds.
Yeah, it's so funny.
When your best friend is better at something than you. You did that. Yes, just this morning. Fuck off.
It's only showing off the reveal bit. Yeah, but the whole beginning of it is David Tennant drew a pineapple. It was really shit.
You drew the pineapple. The pineapple is shit.
Yeah. Are you mad at me for having a hobby? Well, yes, I guess I am.
Evidently, yes. Fuck off.
The way the delivery of "fuck off" is perfect. But yeah, that clip lives rent free in my head, because it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
It just needs a bit of shading.
And it feels like such a real interaction between a stereotypical Scottish person and a stereotypical Welshman.
Yep.
I was up early this morning and I painted the landscape, didn't I? Fuck off.
Get fucked, nerd. Yeah. Yeah. These two are my favorite. Like we're gonna get to see season 3. I think is going to be this year. It's being cut from a season to like a single feature length like mini movie, since Neil Gaiman has, despite being having the charges dropped, the court of public opinion is not so kind, and he has removed himself from things like that. And since the entire thing is now rudderless, they've decided to consolidate everything they had into a single episode wrap.
Well, I want to stress this to the nth degree. The charges got dropped because there wasn't enough evidence to prosecute. Now, just because there's not enough evidence to prosecute doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Yeah.
It's actually quite a difficult thing to prove.
Yeah, it's both ways. It's difficult to prove and it's difficult to disprove.
Exactly. But I'll say the exact same thing I said when the Vince McMahon most recent round of allegations came out, and that is, this is an outrageous thing thing to lie about.
It is.
Like,
and also...
The details, I mean. Obviously, like, people have lied about sexual assault many times in the past.
Oh, yeah, since the dawn of time, yeah.
But never quite so egregiously. It's like, why would you make that up? That sounds too much.
Yeah, it's almost too detailed to be fictional. The thing that was most damning about McMahon is his response of, "Oh, well, it was so long ago, you can't prosecute me anyway for it, so..."
I didn't know he said that! That's bad! That's...
Like, almost those exact words. It's like, the statute of limitations is up anyway, so who cares?
Fuck you. Those are clearly the words of an innocent man.
Yeah. But yes, that's going to be it for today. So from my top 5... which was, let me just pull them up again real quick.
I already know who I'm picking, but go ahead.
Yeah, you Catradora or Lumity? I'm
going to pick Lumity because I tried to avoid picking the one that we both picked.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't know half of yours.
Yeah, true enough.
But yeah, because I very nearly picked Lumity myself, but I didn't want to have my list dominated by lesbians. Sorry, lesbians, I've got nothing against you, you're great.
Yeah, if you include my honourable mention, I very definitely got 2, 2, and 2 of straight, gay, and lesbian.
Woo!
Yeah, so a perfectly balanced rainbow triangle, apparently.
It's weird to put straight people on the rainbow triangle.
Well, that's why there's a triangle in the flag now.
Is there?
Yeah, the triangle in the flag is a bunch of stuff that they couldn't fit into the rainbow, so they just started doing a secondary rainbow at the corner of at the pole end of the flag. One of the things represented by that is being black.
But you don't have... What? No, that makes no sense. Being black is not a sexual orientation.
No, it ain't. So,
and being turned on by only black people is a fetish, if anything.
When you said only, I thought you were going to be OnlyFans. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, here's my OnlyFans where you can see my gaping arsehole because my name is, of course, Nikado Avocado, and it's all a social experiment and not a way for me to make money.
Yeah.
Anyway,
both.
I still find it so funny that dude's Ukrainian, and
so
the first time, sorry, that needs some context. It was a joke that was shared to me ages ago, and I shared it on the podcast of like, Nikado Avocado is originally Ukrainian, and in theory he could have just been on the front lines in the war of Ukraine, and you just have some Russians peer over a trench, and you see Nikado Avocado just going, "Feed me!" It's fucking horrible.
Wobbling angrily towards them to get to his next mukbang.
It's such a horrible joke, but at the same time, like, he's skinny now, so we can fucking take the piss. It's fine.
Yeah.
Totally did that naturally and didn't fucking pay for surgeries or nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry. Same question. Names reversed. Who stands out on my list to you?
It's got to be Ruby and Sapphire, ain't it? Because like we both chatted about them for so long, and they're just so adorable together. And it's just different when you've got something like the gems, where when they fuse, they become a solution to an equation rather than just a X plus Y. And she's the only one that stays together so long, other than the cluster, who is forced together and has no choice.
Yeah, we don't talk. We don't talk about cluster. The cluster as a whole is just horrible as a concept.
But it's kind of cool that once they become pacified, they help out by arm wrestling. It's really cute.
Oh yeah, no, it's cool to see that they're just not just a malignant force of not evil, but like destruction. But yeah, it's just like, wow, this was a cruel thing to do to a bunch of things.
Yeah. But yes, if you liked the video, you've got the comment section down below on YouTube and indeed on Spotify. And if you're listening via a mono audio platform instead, you can send an email to
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
Yeah, talk about your favourite ships, any that you thought of ours that were trash or perfectly good, or ones that you really wished you could have seen, even the fictional ones. We're going to probably do a revisit of this on fictional fanon ships at some point, just not in the very immediate future. But yes, that's going to be a goodbye from me.
And it's a goodbye from me. We'll see you again next week for something a bit more meaty.
Bye!